Now, Ubisoft also announced another game today, and it was Far Cry 6. And let me just read some of this from Eurogamer. Ubisoft has now officially announced Far Cry 6 for release on 18th of February 2021, following an earlier leak last week. As we know already, the game stars Breaking Bad and The Mandalorian's Giancarlo Esposito as its antagonist Anton Castillo, a brutal dictator who rules over the game's Cuban influence setting. The casting of Anton Castillo, I believe this should probably be Anthony Gonzalez, but I need to double check. Star of Pixar film Coco was also confirmed today. He plays Castillo's 13-year-old son Diego, a boy unsure whether to follow in his father's footsteps. Now, they released a cinematic trailer, so there's not much going on in the trailer aside from the fact that they kind of explain who these two people are. The dictator, played by Giancarlo Esposito, and his son, and where they are. There's been sort of an uprising that they show in the trailer, and kind of what a brutal dictator that the Anton Castillo is in the trailer, and that they don't really show any more than that in the 3 or 4 minutes. But what they do show is that the graphics are absolutely mind blowing. Like what you're seeing right now on this page is basically what they look like with in-game footage, and Giancarlo is so close to looking photorealistic. Now, everybody says that PlayStation 2, when games for PlayStation 2 came out, the cars in Gran Turismo 3 were photorealistic, but we are really, really getting close with Far Cry 6, and yeah, I think even if you're not interested in the Far Cry series, and I've never played any of the Far Cry games, I think everybody should go and check out the cinematic trailer for Far Cry 6 because their graphics are really mind blowing. And there's probably no way that this game is going to be on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. This will most likely be a next generation game, and this is really ridiculous in terms of graphical fidelity. Now, there wasn't too much information from the trailer, but Eurogamer has a little bit more information about it. You play Danny Rojas, a guerrilla fighter trying to take down the presidency's rule. It's a character which can be played as either female or male. While heavily based on Cuba, Far Cry 6 is set on the fictional island of Yara. Ubisoft describes the country as its most ambitious open world to date, with a series classical tropical beaches and jungles mixed in beside Esperanza, its sprawling capital city. Let me just stop there. Yeah, so with all of the Far Cry games, the Far Cry games look so good. The only thing that really bogs it down is sometimes it's not clear, at least from a lot of people who play the games, especially when you go and read forum comments. They just feel like there's more of that sort of Ubisoft cookie cutter type of game design, and that's probably what's the only thing that's holding me back from playing Far Cry 6 is that we really need to wait and see if the gameplay is any good, and whether it's going to be the same as Far Cry 1 to Far Cry 5, or whether Far Cry 6 will be something that's different. Because even though Far Cry is its own game with its own studio, a lot of the Ubisoft games, they have very, very similar traits. And I've played Assassin's Creed and Division and Ghost Recon, and Assassin's Creed is okay. Like, I can get through most of that game. Yes, a lot of the time I am quite bored, but with the Division and Ghost Recon, it is way worse. Yeah, Ghost Recon especially. The Division wasn't too bad, but Ghost Recon, yeah, was really dry. We're talking about Wildlands here. So, when you put that all together, Far Cry is kind of like a Ghost Recon's Division type of game, and playing too much of the same sort of Ubisoft games where you're after this target and now you're going to go and find out where he's on the map and go and kill him and then repeat that like 100 times. Feels like, yeah, there's only so many of those type of games you can really play. But this has me interested because the graphics are too good. Now, it does look like it's going to be in-game footage. It doesn't look like it's been pre-rendered. It does look like it's in-game engine, I should say. Whether that makes a difference or not, I don't really know. But it looks like in-game graphics have taken another step up. When we saw the Xbox Inside Xbox Showcase, we really didn't see any games that looked at this level. The Inside Xbox Showcase clearly showed games that were very cross-gen, which is a shame because the Xbox Series X clearly has the better GPU. So they really needed to show something like this, and they were really only 2 months away from this. Inside Xbox Showcase was in May. What if they kind of just delayed that Inside Xbox Showcase to coincide with Far Cry 6 and get some sort of like exclusive with Ubisoft to show that with the next generation Xbox Series X, because a lot of fans were disappointed with the Inside Xbox. Now people are thinking that it's just not as powerful as they want it to be. They've seen the PlayStation 5, they've seen that Unreal Engine footage, they think that's what the PS5 is capable of, and now the Xbox hasn't really shown anything. But I don't want to make this too much about the Xbox. This is more about Far Cry 6, and people really need to keep an eye on this one. This one looks really good. We kind of do need to wait and see if there's a gameplay trailer before we go bonkers that this game looks amazing. But the cinematic trailer does look really fantastic. Now they say that Ubisoft, it's been in development for 4 years, which is a really long time. It's probably not been 4 years for pure development, but there's probably been some sort of like pre-development period of like a year developing the story and all that. But it looks like it's been developed for a while now. And the other thing I just wanted to say was that Giancarlo Esposito, I didn't think that he would look that good, and I didn't think his performance would be that good. He's kind of dry in Breaking Bad, from what I've seen anyway. I'm still part way through watching Breaking Bad in season 4, but he is really good in this, and the technical capability of the animation is stunning. So that's Far Cry 6, and everybody should keep an eye out for it.